Jody-K. Today we're going to be talking about friendships and specifically evaluating your friendships, or as I have titled this video, evaluating your circle. Right? Friendships are one of, if not the most common kind of relationship that we experience in life from we are children. You learn to interact and attract the people who you like, and you build those friendships. Maybe somewhere along the way the friendships may be broken or you grow apart, but straight through to adulthood we learn to connect with people and to socialize and to make friends. And you may be like me, who making friends are not easy. I'm very particular and very closed in about who I call friends. And then you may be opposite me, where making friends are easy for you. You like to go out and meet new people and to venture into new things and make new connections, and it's very simple for you. But regardless of what kind of person you are or how easily it is for you to build friendships, I think it is extremely important that we are careful of the persons that we build friendships with, and that we take the time to evaluate our circles. Nothing is wrong with every now and then just sitting down and evaluating and reflecting on the ties that you have in your life and questioning if this friendship is still solid. Does this friendship still have value or substance? Sometimes people come into your life for seasons and periods, and sometimes we try to make those things into long-standing or long-term relationships when they were only for a season. And I believe it is extremely important that we evaluate not just your friendships but everything. But for the nature of this video, that we always check our circle and we ensure that we are surrounded by good people. Old people say it. I don't know if in your part of the world you've heard it, but I know it's something that we would say. Long time people used to say, you check who you have around you. There's another saying that they say, show me your friends and I tell you who you are. Now, while that is not always the case, the essence of it is really to promote that you keep people around you that reflect the kind of characteristics and traits that you want to develop in yourself. So we're going to be exploring that. I have just a couple things that I think are helpful, things that I have learned as lessons along the way, and I've tried to apply to my friendships, and I hope that they will also impact you and do something for your friendships. Remember, guys, to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and invite all of your friends and your family to come and join the empowerment family. As usual, we have your quote for the video, so we're gonna go to that, and then I will come back to you guys on the other side of this video. Alright guys, as I said, we're going to be talking about friendships today, and I don't think I can say this often enough, but it's really important that we're careful of who we have around us, right? I saw this thing of someone's status the other day on WhatsApp, and I don't remember the words clearly. I will make sure to put it down below for you as always. But pretty much what it was saying is that if the persons around you don't build you up, don't support you, what you have is a cage and not a circle. And my understanding of that is, if you say you have a circle of friends, and we are familiar with the concept of a circle, it's like your support, something that covers and surrounds you, protects you. And we're talking about friendships. So if it is that you say you have a circle of friends, my perspective of having friends is are persons who add value to my life, that we've been through some situation or something have drawn us together, that I count you more valuable than anybody else I associate with. So while I will have multiple people that I associate with, that I hail up, that I will talk to, greetings here and there, my friends are persons that I will call on, and I open myself for them to can call on me There are persons that I can be vulnerable with. There are persons that I will do as best as is within my powers. I will do to help, to reach out, to support. I try to uplift everybody else. But your friends, you just have a special thing for them in your heart. And that's the reason why my circle is small. Small. And I keep it that way because it's easier for me. I safeguard myself from certain possibilities, and I have more of me to give to my friends. So I am not the kind of person who just goes out and pull on everybody and call them my friend. I am very picky, I'm very choosy as to who I put in my circle. Now, I'm not saying that needs to be how you maneuver your selection of friends. But there are 3 things that I think are helpful in evaluating. And this evaluation is not where you're going to call your friends and put them on an interview. No, guys. This is where you're going to sit and do kind of like an introspection with yourself at any time you feel like, and really just reflect on the ties that bind you with these persons, and you can decide on your own if these are friendships that are worth keeping, worth saving, and if you're in the position, worth fighting for. Now, the first thing I think is extremely important is the friendship must mean as much to the other person as it means to you. I don't think I can say that any simpler than that. The friendship cannot be one-sided, right? And while you can tell a person how to feel about you, I think that stronger friendships are those that are based where the love, the appreciation, the value, the respect, the trust, the honesty, the loyalty goes both ways. You can be 100% honest, 100% trustworthy and loyal to somebody, and they are giving you something less. Because whatever it is that you bring to the table, I believe is what you want to receive. And if both parties are giving the same, you don't have to worry about what you get, because you know that whatever you're investing is what you're receiving. So it's important that the friendship that you have, the ties that you have with the person, it is reciprocal. I have had so many experiences of different persons, sharing with me. And when it comes down to the test, it is really that the friendship don't go both ways. I've heard so much scenarios without being specific to any particular one, where persons have given up themselves, where persons have lent their attention, their time, their energy, their resources. And when they are in the situation, they can count on that particular person to do the same for them. And at the end of the day, that is okay, because when people show you who they are, you need to believe them. But if it is that you're saying this person is your friend, or you are saying that you are that person's friend, you need to make sure that you are giving as much as the person is. You are giving as much as you are receiving, right? You can't want to just only be receiving out of the relationship or being a benefactor. That is an opportunist. That is not a friend. A friend is willing to invest in a person's life just as how they are willing to invest in yours, right? I remember that we're about empowering you over here, and I think it's important that you empower your friends. You must build them up. You must not tear them down. And that segues me very nicely into the second thing that I have learned. Your friends must serve purpose in your life. When I say purpose, I'm not saying that they must be your helper. They must be your knight in shining armor, whatever other story, fairy tale thing. That's not what I'm saying. Your friends aren't your slave. And nothing is wrong with them bailing you out and helping you out. But in this sense of serving a purpose, your friends must add value to your life. Your friends must be aligned to your purpose and your destiny. How are they going to be aligned? If you express that you have the desire to go back to school, or you express that you have the desire to go after promotion at work, if the person you call friend is the one that's going to tell you them not think that's a good idea, or they don't think that that promotion is for you, or they're going to say something that's going to just drive you into this pit of negativity or depress you, that's a red flag. You can do one of two things. You can decide that you want to face the person, and confronting the situation is perhaps the best decision to make. I let them know I didn't appreciate what you said a while ago, and as my friend, I expected you to support me. Remember, you are looking to build a circle around you, not a cage. You don't need persons who are going to hold you down or hold you back or make you think that you're incapable. You see, even if in yourself you already have the wings, your friends must be the one that are cheering you on to fly. Not trying to clip your wings or tying them behind you with their negative seeds that they're planting in your life, because that's what it is, and really suppressing your potential. So you can know if persons want to add value to your life, if they are your cheerleaders. You understand? If they are there to build you up by the things that they profess over you. You can't want to start a new venture, start a new business, regardless of if you have the money or not. They should be sowing seed into you, if it's just by the words that they say. I know that you can do this, man. Yeah, man, Jody, I know say you're a thing this. You're gifted in it. Go after it. I'm grateful, even with a small circle, to have persons who have pushed me to do a lot of things that I have done. One thing I can be grateful for is even with school. I talk about my husband a lot, and he is my best friend. But I have other persons around me. My mom is not just my mom, she's my friend as well. And we built a relationship where she pushed me to do everything I say I want to do. She pushed me. Maybe there's even something when I say I want to do and she not totally agree with me, but guess what? Because it's my dream and my passion, she pushed me. I have other friends that I've met even through school, and we became motivators for each other. When the workload was getting too heavy, there was somebody to push me to keep on going. One of the things that I was fortunate to achieve, I entered a local competition here that we call Rising Stars, and I had persons who were pushing me. Besides my family, besides that core, I had persons who pushed me, who believed in me, persons who I still have friends up to this, who I still have as friends up to this day. It's important that people that you call your friends add value to your life. They're not looking to come and rob your substance. And a lot of times that is the pivotal moment or the defining moment when you know that someone was only in your life to hold you down, or they appeared as a friend but they eventually showed you who they were. And sometimes it takes us by surprise and we're not ready to see that revelation, but you just have to take the lesson as it comes, because you want people who add value to you. You want people who want to build you up. Why would you not want people who are going to cheer you on and build you up? So remember that. Make sure that your friends add value to your life, and likewise you add value to your friends' lives, because remember we said that your friendship must be reciprocal. The last thing that I want to say to you is you must be willing for your friendship to be tested. Now, once again, it is not about you deliberately going out and finding challenges for your friends or you putting roadblocks in the way for the friendship. Life itself is gonna already do that for you. Things are gonna come up that will test the loyalty of your friendships. Things are gonna come up that will test the honesty of your friendships. Things will come up to test how faithful your friends are, how supportive they are, how much you mean to them. You don't need to go out of your way and create the hurdles. But a lot of times, and I thought about this today in a conversation, that people sometimes are afraid for their friendships to be tested, because we don't want to have to face the reality that the person that we hold so dear to our hearts are not really friends to us. Or it may be the flip. You don't want to face the reality that you perhaps have not been a good friend to somebody, and that test that you have to face at that particular time will show and reveal that. But you know what is true in life in general, regardless of relationship with others or with yourself? Trials reveal integrity. And what is important with friendships at the end of the day is the integrity of that friendship. Will that person stand with you? If they need to be brutally honest to you, will they be? In a moment of sickness or grief or loss in whatever way, will you be able to call on that friend? And call on them, I mean you call them phone and then I answer, so them not friend. Will they be able to stay with you? Sometimes you don't even need the person to say nothing to you, but just the fact that they are willing to give their presence. You understand? And that is really what the testing proves out of your friendships and your relationships in general. The integrity of that relationship. And you have to be willing. And if you mean yourself well, and you want to make yourself the best version that you possibly can, you're going to have to be willing to test and make your relationships, your friendships, vulnerable. You're going to have to walk that pathway. You're going to perhaps have to hurt each other's feelings sometimes. But once you're doing that in the best interest of the friendship, then you will stand and your friendship will be safe and will be stronger than ever. You can't be afraid to face the truth of the friendship, because you know what will eventually happen? That friendship is going to continue under pretentious nature, and things are going to build up and build up. You are going to be afraid to hurt his or her feelings. He or she is going to be afraid to hurt your feelings, and things are going to build up. And eventually one day you guys may have an argument that is so small, but because of built up tension, everything explodes, and then you and the other person just going to be sitting there wondering where all of this come from. And that friendship, which could have been saved, which could have been salvaged, just going to totally down the drain, just because of unwillingness for that friendship to take its process. Everything in life is a process. For gold to be gold, it has to go through a process. And wherever your friendship is, whether it's a new friendship, whether it's a friendship that you've had for a while, whether it's a friendship from your kids to this point, they all go through process. And you have to be willing to take that process. Because if that person is your friend, you need to know. And if they are not your friend, you also need to know, because you need a circle around you and not a cage. Alright guys, I hope that these were words of wisdom for you, that there's something in it that you can grab onto and you can carry through and do your own reflection on your own. I have had to do it, and every now and then I still have to do it. So far, all my friends are still my friends. And you know, I always find a way somehow to drop the word of God in the videos, because it is essential, and the word of God is like a compass for my life. And I want you guys to apply it as a compass for your life. It navigates you, and the one thing with the word is that it will never lead you in the wrong direction. You will never get lost once you're using this compass. And as I was saying about the circle a while ago, it reminded me of a scripture. I think it's in St. John 15. It says that any branch in me, this was Jesus actually addressing people, and he said, if any branch in me that don't bear fruit, it's not good for nothing, and it must be cut off. And it is very applicable to our friendship. If it is that there is something, there's a friendship, there's a tie, and it bears no fruit, it adds no value, nothing is wrong with you severing that tie. because you need people who will build you up, who will nourish and nurture you to become your best self. And you also need to be a fruitful branch in someone's life, because the worst thing you could ever do is to keep a tie in your life that is already dead. You know what it's going to do? It's going to poison all the other ties that you have. Circle is what we want, guys, not a cage. I hope this was a good video. I hope that you liked it. Please remember to share, comment, subscribe, like, and just spread what's going on over here on Empowered with Jody-K with all of your friends and all of your family. Remember, as always, guys, to just keep lifted. One more time, be safe, be sanitary, and follow all the policies that are in place, guys, as we go through this pandemic. Until next time, be empowered.